figure out is, okay, what is a five-star chapter? Okay, and the five-star chapter program is a way for the chapters to create a business plan or a roadmap for them for advancement. Okay, it is important that any organization, Phi Theta Kappa organization, business organization, has a business plan that they can follow so that they can track their progress. So Phi Theta Kappa has put this program together to allow the chapters to have a guideline that they can follow so that they can have that roadmap that will take them step by step to get to that level of 5-star. Okay? And they have 5 steps that your chapter can take in order to make it to that 5-star. Now, the chapters are, I divide the chapters into 2 teams, which is 1, the advisor team, and 2, the officer team. And each team has a specific role that they follow at each level of the chapter development. Okay, so if we look at page 3 or 2, okay, you have the 5 chapters listed there for you. The 1-star where you do all your recognition and academic excellence, and the 2 stars you do your organizing, leadership, and getting started with honest in action. 3 stars you do developing. All of these steps have specific things that the advisors and the leadership do to accomplish this mission. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 1-star chapter. Okay, so at the 1-star level, we do a lot of recognizing academic excellence and chapter foundation. This is the time where you go ahead and students and advisors get together to want to show that they want to put this chapter together. They want to bring alive this chapter, and they do all the paperwork and submission and get the school interested and letting them know that the chapter that they would like to start a Phi Theta Kappa chapter on campus. There is a lot of paperwork that goes involved into getting the chartering done, and there is, of course, trade of money to be able to get the chapter involvement. But as I said, there are 2 teams that work on trying to get this. So in order to get the 1-star level, okay, the advisor, they work with the college, they work with the staff and the faculty to get the support and get the word out, letting them know exactly, what is it that the chapter is going to do for the college. So they're trying to sell the idea of having a chapter on campus to the rest of the college community. Okay. Now the officers of the chapter at that time, at that same time that is happening, they do a lot of awareness. They talk to the students. They let them know that there is a chapter coming, and how can they benefit from that. Okay? Not only that, but they sit down and they also review the plan. Because this is not a plan that the advisor is putting together by themselves. This is a plan that the chapter goes and gets together, and the students make the decisions on the way that the chapter should follow in regards to this plan. Okay? So once you go ahead and you have your advisor selling it to the staff and faculty of your college, and you have your officers selling the idea to the campus community, then your 1-star chapter. Okay? Once you submit all of your paperwork to headquarters and everything, and you are recognized as a chapter, congratulations, you have made star number 1. Okay? Now, star number 2, okay, is when you really start organizing how the infrastructure of your chapter is going to be working, your leadership, what the roles are, and when you start looking at the honors in action. Okay, this will be kind of the first time that you'll sit down as a group and start planning and dividing what the responsibilities of each role. You will decide which roles are that your chapter needs. Not every chapter has the same roles, the same type of officers, the same amount of officers. I've had chapters that have 15 officers, and I have chapters that have 3. So it all depends on what your campus needs and what you believe your chapter needs as far as the leadership to accomplish the mission that the chapter is trying to go for. Okay? And again, the advisor has a role and the officers have a role. So if we look at the advisor, at the level 2, the advisor is contacting the president for the first time, letting them know, trying to get the president to acknowledge and support the idea of a Phi Theta Kappa chapter on the campus. They also go ahead and manage your meetings. They want to make sure that you're using proper Robert's Rules of Orders and where there are and be mediators to your meetings, because the advisor doesn't run your chapter. You as the students are the ones that are running the chapters. They are there to put you on track when it seems like you're derailing yourself from the direction that the chapter should be going. Okay, so they'll give you advice, and they'll go ahead and they'll guide you, and they'll teach you the things that you need to do so that your meetings will become a little bit more productive. Okay, now the officers, they will, of course, they will lead the meetings, and they will start exploring the honors in actions study topics. Your best resource at that time is your honors in action study guide. I have one of them around here. And every chapter should have several of these around so that every member be aware of what the study topic is and what the direction that the chapter is going to. So as the advisor goes ahead and again continues the pushing of the chapter to the staff and faculty, especially the president, and gets all the information and all the support from there and helps you manage your meetings. Okay, you at this time you're meeting the requirements for a 2-star. So your next goal will be to try to head to the 3-star level. And at the 3-star level, you start developing your honors in action project. So at level 2, you're looking at all the topics and all of the information that is about honors in action project. You probably have already decided, okay, this is a project that the chapter would love to be able to research and perform, because we believe that, you know, that this is the direction that the chapter should go. At level 3, you get all of that information and all that research that you have gathered, and you're putting it together into action. So you start now planning projects, activities to share not only with the campus community, but also hopefully with your community at large. Okay. At this level, the advisor, they coach and guide you through your honors in action project, and they go ahead and they report to the college administration what you're doing and how everything is going, and they make sure that they paint a proper picture and a proper expectation of where you guys are going and how is this, again, benefiting the campus. Because at that level, all they really want to know is, okay, what is it that that you guys are doing for the college? How is all of this that you guys are doing effective? Where is it that our support to you guys is coming to view, that we can go ahead and have something tangible? Okay, so the advisor continues to go ahead and sell you guys and everything that you do to the faculty and staff by doing reports for them and letting them know exactly what it is that you're doing, what the plans of the chapters are as far as the honors in action project, and how is it going to benefit the college. The officers, okay, they're doing all the planning and leading the project to the honors in action project. Now, as a chapter, you do not only the honors in action project, but you also do a college project. Okay, so, and these are ways that you have seen through your research where there is a need, not only in your college community, but also hopefully in your community where you can expand your honors in action project and involve the community at large. That way, it will give you, it will make you look good in front of people, because now you're spreading yourself and showing them that you are aware of what the needs of not only your campus students but also your community. In my college, we, as far as our college project is, we went ahead and we opened up a food pantry for the students on campus, recognizing that there was a need for some of the students that are going through hardships to find food and toiletries. So what we have done is we have gone to the community and made them aware of this, and they have gone ahead and donated. Our Associated Student Government has gone ahead and given us $1,000 to buy supplies and maintaining the supplies. our members will come and they would man the food pantry twice a week and help any students that are in need. And that is available to all the students on campus. One of the things that we are trying to implement this for honors to expand our project is to be able to do the tutoring. Our average student on our campus is 32, 33, and a lot of them have to do remedial classes in order to meet the qualifications for graduation. So we want to go ahead and get some of our young and brightest to help some of those folks meet some of those requirements by offering one-on-one tutoring to them. Not only that, but also going into the high schools and meeting the requirements there and helping some of those students. So that the campus now gets students from the college going into the high school, and now that becomes a phase of the campus to the high school student, which hopefully will make a decision to come into your campuses and start classes there. So as you are doing that, the chapter goes ahead, and also the chapter officers are recording all the activities and everything that they do. Hopefully by this time you will start thinking of starting a newsletter and putting all of this in the newsletter and sharing it with the rest of the campus, which is, you know, something great. The region has a newsletter competition, so you are always welcome to submit your letter for that competition and get recognized for the great work and the outstanding job that you guys do at your campuses. That is always always a great thing to participate. So as you go ahead and continue to do this work, you are now meeting the requirements for a 3-star chapter. So what do you think happens after a 3-star?
17-star?
17-star, awesome. But we're going to go to the 4-star next. Okay? So at this time, we start, when you get to the 4-star, you want to start increasing the participation on campus and the region. And when I say campus, I mean there are other organizations, student-run organizations in your campuses that would benefit for some of the stuff that you do. Like I said, in my campus, we have a food pantry, and a lot of our chapter members are individuals that are busy, so they don't have the time. So what we've done is we've opened the opportunity for them to volunteer time. Some of our classes, they require that they do community work and things like that to meet their qualifications to stay a club or an organization on campus. And this is a great way to go ahead and help us out and help them out at the same time. So we get those clubs and those organizations involved by offering the opportunity to them to be able to man the food pantry. And we sit them in there. And then we send them a thank you letter, thanking them for everything that they do. Okay. Now, again, remember, as I have mentioned before, the advisor has a job on this, and the officers have a job on this. So the advisor, okay, at this time, because your involvement grows from not only your campus but to your region, they're gonna have to take travel paperwork, financial paperwork, transportation, registration, stays, hotel stays, and things like that. Because to participate at the regional level, sometimes you might have to travel places like you have done today. And your advisors take care of all that paperwork, so you guys don't have to worry about it. You guys, they ask you for all the information up front. They go ahead and they take that over to the faculty and staff personnel that takes care of all of that, and they will be able to make sure that all of those arrangements have been done for you, so you don't have to. Okay. The officers at that time, you know, they're participating on regional events, and they're working on homework awards. Okay. The awards are recognition for members in your chapter, members in your chapters, and advisors. Okay, so you can recognize a new member, a new advisor, and all of the awards are listed on the PTK.org website, where you can go ahead and explore. Because at that point, you have to sit down as a regional team, as a chapter, as a chapter team, as officers, to figure out, okay, which awards are the ones that you, and who is it that you're going to go ahead and submit for these awards. Then we get to the 5-star level. And at the 5-star level, there's not much to do there, but just continue to do the great work that you have done on through 1 through 4. You continue to do that by participating, by involving your chapter and other clubs and organizations on your campus, by participating on regionals. Now you expand not only to the regional level, but to the international level. This is things like attending to the international conference, and or maybe going into honors in action, which are available to you as a member of Phi Theta Kappa for you to be able to go. Now, it is a lot of work. It takes a lot of planning. All of these steps can go as fast or as slow as you can, but it starts not only with you, but with a solid plan. So you guys have to sit down and figure out, okay, what it is their goal for a chapter is going to be. You have to sit down with your members. You have to sit down with your leadership, and you guys got to plan that out. All of this, all of these activities and everything, all of them are great. But if you don't have a direction, if your team doesn't know where it is that it is going, how is it that you're going to accomplish the great things that your chapter can do? Meet the needs of some of the stuff that is happening in your campuses, some of the deficiencies that you can see that need to get addressed, but they can't. So that brings me to the end of my presentation.